The fellowship is called the White House Initiative on Historically Black Colleges and Universities Competitiveness Scholarship. It's geared to HBCUs, HBCU students, leaders on campus, on each campus that have done things on their campus and done things for their community as far as academic engagement, community service, financial awareness, and entrepreneurship. I learned about it. The Third Degree Marshall Scholarship Fund actually sent out a blast about it, and the White House actually has a whole team that's over this initiative, and they sent out some information as well to university. So I reached out to the president's office as well as Mr. Herbert Thomas, who works in the career services. Because of the dynamic of it and the exposure that it gives to not only the university but as me as a student, which is why I kind of geared toward it and wanted to move toward it. They asked me about some of my achievements and academically, entrepreneurially, as well as some of the things I've done in my community, just to see where my mind was at and see how far along I've been in some of the things I've done on campus and off campus. I think PV has helped me in the sense of teaching me how to progress and how to adapt more to my environment. It's actually built a stronger network for me here that I could use in the outside community. I think I was selected because of my background and because of my essay as well. I detailed out about what I do in the community. I sit on several boards as well as I'm the SGA president on campus. So I think having the leadership role and having the academic prowess that I have here on campus. I'm looking to actually get more information about certain HBCUs because we all have resources at the HBCU that other HBCUs may not have. So find a way on how to share those resources among HBCUs as well as share our knowledge among other HBCUs. I'm looking at meeting new people and building my network. I think that the dynamic of the people that they chose for this scholarship and the people that they have over the initiative will actually help me bring exposure to the university and bring exposure to HBCU. So my number one thing about the national conference is actually to meet new people and to see what kind of knowledge that they bring to the table. My platform will be service as well as research. My number one thing is researching how we can help the African American and male community. So my research is really geared towards that as well as geared toward how we help the HBCU community find the resources that they need to function as a university. HBCUs are important because of the history and where they come from. Historically black colleges and universities that stems from African Americans not having a place in the normal education system. It's also important because it gives opportunity to people of the minority groups a place to where they could get education that's on par with other universities.
How has your HBCU impacted you?
My HBCU has done a lot for me. I could truly say that Prairie is a place that I actually love. It's done a lot for me in the sense of my education, my network, as well as just finding a place that I could call a second home. I think that having this opportunity will help me brand my university and brand the type of things that my university brings to the table as a whole. I want the world to know that HBCUs are just like any other university. Well, they're actually better. They bring so much light to the minority community and bring so much light to students as general. They pour into students because they want to see them grow. HBCUs are probably the number one treasure that this country has that's still surviving and still trying to flourish and to make others flourish as well. It pours into our communities, pours into our students, and it pours into everybody surrounding the people that it impacts.